Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli back with another review video, and that's right. Continuing on, of course, with the Disney classic live-action film marathon, and now we're reviewing Babes in Toyland. Yes, and actually, as I record this, because I had hours ago, I had actually watched it, and for the first time, and and I watched it on Disney Plus. What better way to watch it for the first time but for watching it on Disney Plus? So you get the idea. You guys know what I'm trying to say. But Babes in Toyland, I gotta say, it's not that bad actually. Because the thing is, actually the story behind this is actually before Babes in Toyland. Because Walt Disney had originally planned to do a Oz film, Rainbow Road to Oz. He even like teased it in one of his TV specials, of Walt Disney's Disneyland, and for the 4th anniversary of Disneyland, and Rainbow Road to Oz was teased in a couple of performances that would be in the film, but of course Rainbow Road to Oz never came to be, and instead it was replaced with what we have, Babes in Toyland. So Babes in Toyland, I think it's actually not that bad. Some of the songs are pretty good. It has some funny moments. The characters are good. The visual effects are good as well. And with its stop motion as well. Especially because we all know, of course, like, the infamous scene with the toy soldiers, Yeah, and of course, everybody sees the toy soldiers are one big thing, like, that would, like, sometimes roam around the Disney parks. Especially for the holiday season, So, and for one thing, Babes in Toyland, it has a bit of Christmas mentioning in it, So with the cast of characters, because the main stars, Annette Funicello as Mary, and Tommy Sands as Tom Piper. Now, of course, this movie has most of the cast from the Mickey Mouse Club, so And some of the other characters, you have Ray Bolcher, who is the main villain, Barnaby. And the funny thing is, this movie was made instead of an Oz movie, because as I said, Rainbow Road to Oz, and Babes in Toyland has Ray Bolcher, who was the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. You get what I'm saying, And Ray Bolcher as Barnaby, he's a funny villain, but he's still a bad guy, and wants to marry Mary, and get the money and such, you know what I'm saying? And tries to throw out Tom, and with Barnaby's henchman, Gonzorgo, I think I'm saying it right, yeah, played by Henry Calvin, who actually, because I remember he was in the not the Lone Ranger, Zorro, yeah, the Sign of Zorro, one of the soldiers, and along with Henry Calvin, another cast member from the Sign of Zorro, Gene Sheldon, who played Zorro's, like, deaf sidekick, and he's the other henchman of Barnaby, Rodrigo. Yeah, I said that right, Rodrigo. Some of the other characters, you have Mary McCarthy as Mother Goose, and you also have the goose that's with Mother Goose, Sylvester the goose, Like, he could be annoying in the film, and, Mother Goose, gets him to shut up, closes his beak and such, Some of them, I've got this on the tablet, so. Some of the other cast, more members of the Mickey Mouse Club, you have Tommy Kirk, Kevin Corcrona, I don't know how you say his last name, but him, and Brian, and, oh yeah, the brothers, Kevin and Brian, so both of them. Kevin plays Boy Blue, and Brian plays Willy Winky, I think, yeah, that's it. And, let me see. And then there was one, who played Bo Peep. Yeah, Anne Jillian, she was Bo Peep. And then Ilana Dowding, am I saying that last name right? I'm pretty sure she plays Jill. And, yeah, there's even, I'm familiar with this one scene because there are some singing trees, because the kids, they go looking for the sheep because Barnaby had his henchmen get the sheep lost, get rid of the sheep and such. and the kids go looking for the sheep. They make their way into the forest of no return, and with the singing trees, this is the forest of no return. And I recognize, because they are, some of them, like, they're voiced, like, most of them, like, some of the trees are, one of the trees are voiced by, like, say, Candido and Thurl Ravenscroft. Like, they're great legendary voice actors of Disney, because we all know Thurl Ravenscroft, and with his deep voice, and the voice of Tony the Tiger, Kirby the vacuum cleaner, and the singing busts from the Haunted Mansion, and Buff the buffalo head from Country Bear Jamboree, and Candy Candido, because he had that kind of voice. Like, he was the Indian chief from Peter Pan, and Fidget, the bat from The Great Mouse Detective, I took care of everything, and he did a couple other voices. He was the voice of the crocodile and Robin Hood. The tournament of the Golden Arrow will now begin. And he had a voice on the Haunted Mansion, too. So, singing Grim Grinning Ghosts. So like Candy and Thurl, they're the voices of a couple of the trees, there's more actors, like, more voices to the trees, but, And also, Ed Wynn is in this, too, and he's the Toymaker, and he's pretty good in this too, and that's another thing, because of the trees. They escort the kids and Mary and Tom to the Toyland, and with the Toymaker, and Edwin, he's the Toymaker, and now who was the sidekick? Like the henchman, assistant or whatever to the Toymaker. Oh God, I can't remember. I think it was. No, it was Tommy Kirk. Yeah, it is Tommy Kirk, yeah. Grumio, I guess, yeah. So, yeah, it is Tommy Kirk. So Tommy Kirk is the Toymaker's assistant / henchman, I forget. And Edwin, he's enjoyable in this, too. It's Edwin, what can you expect, And claiming, because, like, I'm the Toymaker, and I claim this, or whatever, because something that his assistant or henchman builds, the Toymaker puts his name on it. It's pretty funny. Yeah, and with some of its funny moments, as I said, pretty funny. There are some funny moments to it. The songs are good, as I said. The climax because there's a gun that's built by the Toymaker's assistant, Shrinks, and the Barnaby gets a hold of it, and he uses it on some of them. And even his henchmen quit on him. They, we're done. We will no longer serve you or anything like that. And they join the good guys, And yeah, the two henchmen, they have heart, because when you watch the film, you see, because they've had enough with Barnaby, And Barnaby gets defeated by Tom. He shrank, Barnaby gets shrunk and such, of course. And he falls into it. He gets inside of a Jack-in-the-Box. He falls and gets stuck in a Jack-in-the-Box. It closes on him, the lid. And Mary and Tom, they finally get married at the end and such, a happy ending, and it's snowing, I guess, because it's Christmas time, And that's another thing, too, because the kids and Mary and Tom, they help the Toymaker make the toys and such, make the deadline for Christmas, yeah. And did they ever find the sheep? Because, as I was saying, maybe they did. I don't know. It's not really established, but we would assume the sheep were found, okay? But anyway, so Babes in Toyland, I gotta say, I think it's not that bad, as I said a couple of times. Again, the characters are great, the cast, the actors, and the songs, the visual effects, just everything. I think it's really good, and I give it 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 fingers. 7 out of 10 for Babes in Toyland. I think it's pretty good. You guys let me know what you think of Babes in Toyland. Leave comments down below as always. And yeah, again, with that said, 7 out of 10 for Babes in Toyland. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Babes in Toyland. More reviews coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward. And I'll see you guys in the next video / review video. And of course, continuing on with the classic live-action Disney review marathon. And up next, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. You know what I'm talking about. Stay tuned for that. Take care, and peace out.